Hello and welcome to Lorbek Luxury Cars. I'm Harry, and on this edition of the Friday Drive, I've viewed this, our MY17 Bentley Flying Spur V8S. With the new generation 4-litre twin-turbo V8, the V8S is kind to the environment, uses less fuel, and as a result of having 4 less cylinders than the W12 version, is far more economical to own. But has that taken the fun and glamour out of owning a Bentley? But before we do that, let's have a look around and see what the filling is on this English version of a burger with the lot. Stepping inside, you're presented with this rather luxurious interior. And then you have a look around, you notice that you've got heated multi-adjustable lumbar support seats, 4-zone climate control, radar guided cruise control, an intelligent infotainment system, sunroof, 2-tone leather, absolutely everywhere. It is one of the most sumptuous interiors you'll ever find. And then you step back outside and you notice that you've got soft closing doors, full exterior gloss black pack, 2-tone alloy wheels, and a really sonorous exhaust system which complements the 4-litre V8 perfectly. And now that we've got all that out of the way, all that's left to do is simply get in and go for a drive. Naturally, the first thing you notice when you get into a Bentley is how different it feels to any other car. There's something about these sort of English makes like Bentley and Rolls-Royce, which, despite the fact that they're actually German owned, they do still feel very English. It's all down to the attention to detail, from the hand-stitched, super soft and smooth Nappa leather to the perfectly polished trims. There's a wonderful sense of occasion that comes with owning a car like this. And what Bentley managed to do really well is combine all those sort of really comfortable, luxurious aspects, but still retain that sort of sporty Bentley heritage. I mean, it's not a Lotus Elise, but it's very, very good for a car like this, particularly when you adjust the suspension and all the settings into their sporty modes. Everything firms up, tenses, and it really gets going. But to be honest, that isn't really what this car is all about. It's good to know the performance and handling ability is there, but this is a luxury car first and foremost, and almost all the owners of these cars will never explore its true ability. And it's so serene in here. Yes, if you sink your boot into the deep pile carpet, it makes a lot of noise, but you expect it to do that and you want it to do that. But when you're just sort of cruising along and sitting here waiting for people who don't know how to drive to get around a roundabout, you learn to appreciate that you don't need noise all the time, just some of the time. Which brings us onto the 4-litre twin-turbo V8. With 388 kilowatts of power and 680 newton meters of torque, it's good enough to get this nearly 2.5-ton luxury barge to 100 in just 4.9 seconds, while managing only to use 10.9 to the 100 in fuel. It's an absolute gem and suits the character of this car perfectly. And of course, the other advantage of having a V8 is you get that V8 burble. And even though it's not super loud, it's more than enough to satisfy the V8 enthusiast in all of us. And at nearly half the new car cost price, this car is unbelievable value, particularly when you consider it's only got a shade over 20,000 k's from new. So come down to Lorbek Luxury Cars and buy this pristine and superbly optioned example today. We'll see you next week.